At his Monday press conference, Attorney General Bill Barr saying there is no reason to appoint a special counsel for the Hunter Biden probe. Look.
Right tool and was appropriate. I would name one, but I haven't, and I'm not going to.
There it is. As you will recall, though, President Trump grew angry with Barr over not being more aggressive on the Hunter Biden investigation and for not alerting Congress during the 2020 election that the probe was ongoing for almost 2 years now. Joining us to discuss this is our panelist, former governor of Wisconsin, Scott Walker, and Republican strategist, Bobby Eberle, taking the time out of their very busy schedule to talk a little bit about this. Thank you so much for coming on. Governor Walker, I'll start with you on this. You heard Bill Barr there, again, making headlines. He was talking about the Pan Am flight. A reporter asked him about it, Hunter Biden investigation, and he says there's no need to appoint a special counsel. You've seen Lindsey Graham, you've seen Senator Lindsey Graham, you've seen Senator Kennedy say something completely opposite. What did you make of the comments?
Well, I think it's a mistake. I think Bill Barr has done a distinguished job as Attorney General now and in the past, but I think just wrong on this. This is clear. This is the irony of ironies was to see the story come out from some of the national outlets that just months ago claimed the president was making things up, was not telling the truth about Hunter Biden being under investigation, when in fact he was. And it's frustrating it didn't come out before the elections, and it's even more frustrating now this special counsel is going to be in place, because I think it's going to be incredibly difficult going forward for the new Justice Department to be in a position to crack down on the very problems that have been exposed.
Bobby Eberle, I'll bring you into this topic as well, because this conversation continues. AG Barr doesn't feel a special counsel is appropriate there, but other senators do. Folks watching at home may be saying, look, we've read the stories, you saw the story about the laptop. This does need to be continued to be investigated, and somehow there's a little pushback on that from the current AG.
Right, yeah, it's really frustrating, and welcome back, Sean. It's good to have you back.
Thank you.
It's been frustrating for people when they see, we go through the home stretch of the election, and this story gets suppressed. It just gets blackballed, it gets buried, and then we learn, so that's big tech, and we learn that the AG, Hunter Biden's been under investigation for 2 years, was not forthcoming with the president about this, with the American people about this. This would have made a difference. We know from talking to Joe Biden voters that this would have made a difference in their selection, enough to swing elections in some of these swing states. We don't have to talk about election law violations or ballot stuffing or any of that. Just getting information to Biden voters about what Hunter Biden and Joe Biden are doing, that would have made a difference. That would have made a difference right there. And to not pursue it, it's just more of the same. And people are so frustrated with this, they don't know where to turn. Their only outlet, their only resource has been President Trump, because he's been the only one to step forward and fight for this stuff. I think a lot of people are wondering what's going on.
Let me bring in Brett Winterble, the conservative radio talk show host, joining us live here. Brett, good to see you. Your just overall thoughts on what we were talking about.
Yeah, look, the fact of the matter is Bill Barr is not delivering on what was expected that he would deliver, and that would be a robust oversight of the Department of Justice, right? He's the Attorney General of the United States, the second time in that job. And the fact that he doesn't want to talk, doesn't want to appoint a special counsel, tells me that he's catching a little bit of that swamp virus. You know what I'm saying? Where you're looking to feather your bed and your nest for the next job. Profoundly disappointing in the extreme.
Well, when you move forward with the potential next administration, President-elect Joe Biden's incoming press secretary, Jen Psaki, had this to say to Chris Wallace about how a Biden administration will handle the Hunter Biden investigation. Watch this.
Does he promise to let David Weiss, who is the U.S. attorney in Delaware, who is currently conducting the investigation of Hunter Biden, does he promise to allow him to finish the job? And what does he think of President Trump possibly appointing a special counsel to conduct an independent investigation of Hunter Biden?
Well, let me be crystal clear, Chris, and I appreciate you asking this question. He will not be discussing an investigation of his son with any attorney general candidates. He will not be discussing it with anyone he is considering for the role, and he will not be discussing it with a future attorney general.
Brett Winterble, your comments on that. I'll go back to you on that.
Of course, he's not going to discuss it with them, but it's implicit in the room, right? It's just like with Loretta Lynch being on the tarmac with Bill Clinton, right? Oh, we just talked about our grandkids. Implicit in this job is going to be whether or not you're going to play ball with a Biden administration. And do I think Joe Biden will fire a prosecutor who's looking into his son? No, but I think he'll have somebody do it. I think they'll shut it down, and the compliant press out there will just not report on that. It'll go down into the big, dark memory hole.
Governor Walker, your thoughts on that? And again, to that point that Brett was making, that the press would need to stay on top of this story to continue asking about the investigation.
There's no way the press, at least most of the Main Street press, is going to follow up on this or most of anything else out there. Peter Schweitzer, who's alumni of the organization I'm now leading, Young America's Foundation, has laid this out in his latest book, just like he did on the Clinton Cash book 4 years ago. But he's one of the few out there talking about this in the national media. It's precisely why there needs to be an independent counsel involved with this, because the next administration can really ultimately fire any of the U.S. attorneys out there, and there's no safety unless you have an independent counsel.
Bobby Eberle, final thoughts from you. And a lot of criticism would be that if this was President Trump's kids, a special counsel would be no question.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like Brett's point about this is just very swampy. I think regardless of Republican or Democrat, when people hit a high enough level in government, they don't go after each other. It does not matter the right or wrong, the legality, illegality. They just all go to tea parties and talk about, pinkies up in the air policies, globalist issues. They do not go after right and wrong. And Barr has been a disappointment. It's very swampy, and we need to do something about it. I hope we do get an independent counsel. Maybe something can be done in this remaining month with the new AG, but right now it's a big disappointment.
Before we go, fellas, can we all take a moment to acknowledge Governor Walker's very festive holiday tie? I love it.
It's a Harley Christmas tie. How about that for Wisconsin?
Yeah, well, look, that's right. We all need to be the Christmas spirit. Governor Walker's bringing it to us. Good to see all of you here. Brett Winterble, Scott Walker, Bobby Eberle, stick around.
Okay, friends, thanks so much for watching. And before you go, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you'll be notified. And here's a special video just for you so you can watch even more of the 13-minute news hour. And don't forget to check out GOPUSA.com for the best in conservative news and commentary. We'll see you next time.